Hello everyone, I'm Paula the Chalky Cowgirl, and this is one kit, 4 techniques. So on our first video, we did our glazing with our Heritage Brown glaze and a stencil with our Vintage White, which we'll be using those two for all 4 kits. The Vintage White, which is our paint, our Painter's Choice paint, and our Heritage Brown glaze for all 4 kits. So this is the first kit we did, very straightforward, showing how to glaze, which is a stain, and then this very straightforward stenciling. So I went ahead and did the glaze for the next step, and I put on our Chalky Crackle, and so I have it the kit sitting here with the Chalky Crackle on it. After you put the crackle on, you wait. I like to wait 20 minutes. You can wait up to 30 minutes. It's up to you. But I wanted to show you on the back of the stencil I already have done how I put the crackle on. So I have our crackle. And I'm going to grab my brush that comes in our kits. And so when you're applying crackle, if you want the bigger cracks, which I have a kit I did crackle on. Let me grab it real fast for you. This is a kit that I did crackle on. If you're wanting big cracks, if it will focus, the bigger cracks, you're going to put on a thicker coat. If you're wanting the little cracks, if it will focus, the littler cracks, like right here, it's a thinner coat. Lay that back down there. So, on the kit I'm going to be painting today, I put a thin coat around the edges, and I put a very, very thin coat in the center where the stencil is going to be. And I'll show you on the back of this kit just how I did that. So here's our crackle. It's very thin, watery type cloudy substance. And all I do is, if I want it thick, go ahead and load up your brush and just slap it on like that. Do a couple of quotes. If you want it thick, cracks, the bigger cracks, put on a nice thick coat for your thick cracks. If you're wanting the really fine cracks, I just pull it in, just do a nice little thin coat, and that's basically, I want a little bit thicker on the side, so I just glob it on. It's really thick. It'll take a little bit longer to dry the thicker you have it. This right here will, in the middle where it's thin, will dry really quick. Right now it's been about between 20 and 30 minutes that I've done this one, and you can see that the center is dry and the outside is still got still pretty shiny, and that's perfectly fine. Absolutely great. So I'll set the crackle aside. Don't need it right now. Throw my brush in there. All right. So this is when the magic happens. So I have my vintage white Painter's Choice paint. It has no VOC, so it doesn't have any fumes. It doesn't stink. So we can paint anywhere. So now we're going to, there's a fly in here, it's driving me nuts. So now we're going to add the paint. When you're adding the paint, you are going to load up your brush and you're doing one swipe over your kit. Don't keep going back and forth and painting it like you normally would, because that will stop the cracking process. So if you load up and go one swipe and do it again, you get the best effect of your crackle. Try not to go over it. So I'm going to load this up on my brush. So I'm going to go one swipe. You start one direction and you go down. You load up your brush again where it started going off. You just lay it back down and go again. Try your darndest not to go back over if you can help it. So start one section. I'm going to start in the middle and go outward. Start here and do one swipe. Just like that. And I will show you as soon as I get this half done that it is already starting to crack. Come over here. Hopefully it will focus in, because right here it's already starting to crack. There's a little bit of cracking in here where I have the very thin coat, but around here on the edges it's really starting to crack already. This is so much fun to do because you can instantly see the cracking. Sorry, I'm reading some of the... Dang, so many rules. There's not rules. It's so much fun to do a party. So we need to get together, Misty, and paint together. And you'll have so much fun. I promise you it's so much fun. We can do this technique at our parties or our workshops. I do workshops, public workshops, where I hold it here at my place, and anyone can come to the parties. You'll go to the event page on it'll be Paula Mitchell-Fankhauser, the ChalkyCowgirl Facebook page, and I have my events there listed. I have a few here in Kingman. I have some at the mall in Hutchinson. I travel all over Kansas, down into Oklahoma, and do paint parties for you and your friends, or we can do a workshop at a restaurant, or pretty much anywhere we can sit down and have about the same amount of space you would eat. We can have a paint party. So you can tell this one is already cracking. I wish it'd focus a little bit better, but it's not. It's cracking around the edges. So what I'm going to do with this one is, after this dries, I'm going to put on the E just like I did with this, and add some embellishments from Chalky and Company, and it will be all done. So, let's see. Hi, Brenda. It's good to see you. Thanks for hopping on and watching my crackle video. If anyone is interested in learning more about Chalky and Company, or want to see what other kits that we have in our catalog, you can go to www.chalkyandcompany.com/ChalkyCowgirl, all lowercase. There you can find out a little bit more about me. You can find out about all the kits that we have in our catalog for this season. We don't have just signs. There's so many sign companies out there. Either paint a palette sign, or paint a canvas sign, and everyone is doing the exact same thing, and it all looks the same, and it is boring. I mean, I've tried them. I mean, they were okay, but I have to be honest, that canvas that I painted went in the trash like the day after I painted it, because it wasn't me. I'm not a flower person, and it was this big flower. I was like, oh. Plus, the daughters did them also. So we had 3 flowers that looked exactly the same. But with Chalky and Company, every guest can pick their own kit. And even though, you know, we might be doing the same kit, I can teach you techniques that each kit will look completely different, and you don't have to do all the same color. If you would rather do your ornament in our awesome rose gold, or bronze, or sea breeze, or black, you can do that. If you have your decor for Christmas is bright green and red and very cheerful and outgoing, we can do that. If you are very farmhouse chic that likes the browns and the creams, so we're very versatile. You can do like our ornaments we have here. We have, this is our honeydew kit. This is a chalkboard, which then I used our bonfire red, watered down to make it into a glaze. Then I used heritage brown to knock it down a little bit more. Added crackle and finished it off with vintage white. So it's very farmhouse chic. At the bottom, I will be adding 2 awesome chunky hooks to be able to hang things on. So if you like this look, we can do that too. And then one of the other kits that we do, which is holding a whole bunch of my paints and brushes and everything. This is our gather kit. It's nice, huge, awesome. This would be great to put as a centerpiece for the holidays or all year long. Put in some greenery or some pumpkins for Thanksgiving. It can be a serving tray. So we're not just signs. We're so much more than signs. We actually have functional, amazing kits for your home and are great for gift giving. So since I was been talking, this has finished cracking, and I will come back around. I'm hoping it'll pick it up a little bit better. I hope you can see the cracks around the edge. You have bigger cracks because I put it on thick. In the center, it's very light. If you wanted to put thick cracks over here and nothing over here, you can also do that too. Once I get this done, I have crackle periodically around the edge of this, and there's none like right in here. So it will be straight paint here, but still cracks around in areas. So I just wanted to take a little time to show you technique number 2, crackle. And I hope that you guys will come back later and watch technique number 3 of our series, 1 kit, 4 techniques. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!